Guys, it's Bliss, and today's video I'm going to be doing this look right here. This is my mermaid look. I'm not really sure what I'm going to call this. It's just my Halloween mermaid look. All I know is that I've really wanted to do a Halloween look since October started, even though I know it just started, but for like the last couple days I've been really thinking about like what I could do as far as a Halloween look goes. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do something gory, because like every year I always dress up as something gory, like a vampire is what I was last year. And I really wanted to do something girly and fun, but I didn't quite know what to do. And I was kind of scared to do this because I didn't know if the scales would come out right and everything like that. But it did, and I'm actually really happy with how this came out. Like, I'm so excited, and I'm so glad that this is the Halloween look that I chose. If you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching.
Now I know my heart is a ghost town.
Whoa. Close up on my forehead there. I don't know why I sounded British just then. So let's address the bun in the room. My hair is a mess. That's all I got for you. So to get started, I'm going to prime my face using the Too Faced Hangover Primer. I mean, are you tired of seeing this by now? Because I don't know what to tell you. This is the only primer I've got. I like it. It's really hydrating, and we're entering the colder months when skin tends to need a little bit more hydration. So sometimes you're oily because your face is actually dried out. So to make up for that, your face is overproducing oil. Drag it a little bit to my neck as well. Next, I am going to use foundation, and I'm going to use my regular mix, the Too Faced Born This Way and Fenty Beauty mix. So 3 pumps of the Fenty Beauty, just because I want a very, very, very full coverage, clean base for this look. And then 1.5 pumps of this. And this is usually my nightmare because I have oily skin. But I'm going to mix some Becca Opal liquid highlighter, and I'm going to put a few drops of this in there as well. And it's okay if I cover up some of my eyebrows, because I think I'm gonna do, oh goodness, something a little different with my brows today. So we're just gonna cover those right on up. Swipe and pat. Okay, then we're just gonna pat it in for the rest of the face here. Man, this really is my nightmare. I don't know how I feel about this extra dewy face. I'm more of a matte kind of girl, so I hope you can see what I'm doing. I zoom in about as close as I can get with my camera, so sorry that sometimes it is a little bit harder to see, like when I'm doing things on the eyes and stuff. Go ahead and cover up the lips too. I think that made me tan. Or maybe it's because I covered my lips. I'm having a moment. Okay. And then we're going to take some concealer, just do a little bit underneath the eyes and cover up some pimples. And just do it on the tip of my nose a little bit to conceal that. I'm going to use a beauty blender to blend that out. Now, I don't want to set my face too much because that will kind of, you know, contradict the fact that I did make my face dewy today. But I do need to kind of set the areas that had some concealer. Actually, I'm going to have to set most of it because I'm going in with a powder. And I want it to have a powder base. So I'm just going to lightly dust powder all over my face. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to do the fishnet step off camera, because like it's going to be a struggle. Yeah, I'm going to try to make this as fast as possible because this is like literally freaking me out. This is the only way I could think to do this because, okay, listen. I know that like people have like done this before, but I've never really watched anybody do it, and I don't really have like a guide or anything. Oh my god, I'm so nervous right now. Can you tell I'm so anxious? But I'm just gonna wing it. So So I think I'm going to start, and I'm going to use this color called Zobo in the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette, and just kind of dip everywhere and just kind of do it like I'm doing contour in a way. Okay, and then I'm going to go over here to this side and do my forehead a little bit with that same color and just try to blend it out. This is honestly, I think, the weirdest thing I've ever done. I might just bring this down just a little bit more. And like really blend this out here. Then I'm gonna just dust that brush off and get whatever excess color I had of that on there. And then I'm gonna go in with the shade Makita, which is like a shimmery dark purple shade. And I'm gonna put this in the center of each of those just to deepen it up a little bit. Again, dust off the excess. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Chi, which is like a dark blue color. I'm just going to take just a little bit of that and put it in the very center of that purple. Just to kind of give a little bit of a gradient effect. I'm all about those gradients, girl. I'm sorry, I can't even take myself seriously right now. And then I'm going to go back in with the shade Makita, that shimmery dark purple shade, and then try to put a little bit more on the outsides of this. Now I am going to do more, but I'm going to do this cheekbone and this forehead, but I'm switching up the colors, so I hope that it looks good. But for my base on this side, I'm going to go in with the shade Bori, that shimmery pink shade, really lather that up and just start putting that on the forehead. And this cheekbone. And for the center of that side, I'm going to take the shade Zoba, that pretty blue color, and just kind of blend that in and try to seamlessly blend it in with that purple. And then I'm going to take the shade Mali, which is that pretty shimmery seafoam green color, kind of just stick that in the center of that. And then take a little bit more of that blue shade and really try to blend this out. And then I take a little bit more of that pink shade and just run that along certain areas. I want maybe a little bit more pink. Alright, and now I think that I like what I've got going on here, so I am going to take this off. I'm so happy! Okay, I was literally so anxious for this because I was like, oh my god, there's no way that I'm going to be able to make that look good. But this is so cool. Next step. Now, I'm not going to do like something normal for my brows. I think that I'm going to take some of these fun colors and do my brows. So I'm going to take a little bit of eyeshadow primer and run that on my brows. And then I'm going to set them with, from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, I'm just going to take the shade Tempera, this skinny color, and just run over the top of them. I'm just going to take like an eyeliner lip pencil brush, and then I'm going to go in with the shade Makita, but it's just this pretty purple shimmery color, and I'm going to really dig in with it, and then I'm going to start to carve out the bottom of my brows with it. Now the purple's like cool and all, but I want to add more to it, so I'm going to take the Dahlia shade, which is this pretty blue color, and then I'm going to put that where the purple's not at so far. now I'm going to go back and I'm going to take that Makeda color and just blend down here in the corner a little bit, make it a little darker, kind of like an ombre effect. Alright, now in the kind of the very center of my brows, I'm going to take the shade Zalia, which is that pretty teal color, and I'm just going to really cake that on and put that in the center. And on the inner corner of my brows, I am going to do the shade Mally, which is that pretty seafoam green color. Kind of blend it a little bit in with that blue. This is exciting. I think this is the most fun thing I have ever done. Yeah, it is. So again, I'm going to go in and I'm going to set my eyelid just using a neutral color, the Tempera color in the Modern Renaissance palette. Since I did not put on that much face powder, I'm going to go in and I'm going to take the shade Buon Fresco, and that's going to be my more neutral transition shade, and I'm just going to put that in my transition here. Now I'm going to go in with the Juvia's Place palette again, and I'm going to take that shade Zobo, and I'm going to put this mainly on the outer corner and blend it a little bit in with my crease. Got me looking so crazy right now, Judge. Got me looking so crazy right now. I think I'm going to go and I'm going to take the shade Mally. I'm going to kind of do what I did with the eyebrows, and I'm just going to keep it in the inner corner more, but I'm going to do something a little bit different with this look, I think. And I'm going to put it right in here. Then I'm going to take the shade Makita, that dark purple shade, and I'm going to put that on the outer corner. And then I'm going to blend them together using that shade Zola, that teal shade, just a little bit more here in the center. I just feel like that doing this gives the look a bit more dimension. I'm going to take the shade Bori, that pink shade in the palette, and I'm just going to kind of blend all of these out with it. And then for all over the lid, I'm going to go in with the Tarte Unicorn Highlight limited edition palette thing. It's called Make Believe in Yourself. And I'm going to spray a shader brush. You know what I'm doing. I'm going to spray a shader brush with some Urban Decay setting spray. So I'm going to go in with the shade Pixie, which is a really pretty like pink color with like a little bit of a gold undertone, and I'm just going to run this along my whole lid and blend it in with the other colors. Focusing it mainly on the center of the lid, but still blending it in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some eyeliner and I'm going to line my eyes, of course. I feel like doing that just makes the look. And then I'll be doing my inner corner on the bottom as well. And then since I've already got a lot going on with this look, I'm going to finish off lining with white on my bottom. And I'm going to take that purple shade in the palette, Makita, and I'm just going to put it back in my inner, or my outer corner just a little bit. Now I think for my lower lash line, I'm going to go in and I'm going to use the same brush that I did for my brows. Cleaned off, of course. I'm going to take the shade Zoba in the palette and line my lower lash line with it. Then I'm going to take the shade Zola again and just blend that out. And then I already did kind of bring the shade Makita down to my lower lash line when I was doing the top, but I'm just going to put that a little bit more on the outer corner here to highlight my brow bone, even though I already got so much going on. I know I keep saying that, but literally there's so much going on. I'm going to take the white shade in the palette, and it doesn't have a name, and I'm just going to highlight my brow bone with that. I'm also going to take a little bit and lighten up that green shade in the center. Guys, I'm going to line my upper lids with my liquid eyeliner. So I'm going to take some eyelash glue and I'm going to put it directly on to one of my fingers. Pat it on my cheekbones. Now while it's tacky, I'm going to go in with the OCC glitter and I'm just going to tap that in. And make this my mermaid highlight. And I'm going to put it on the inner corner of my eyes as well. So again, I'm just going to put a little bit on my finger here and dab it right in there over that green. And then go straight in with the OCC glitter and just pat that into it. Hi, so I don't know how much of that you saw, but I put glitter using eyelash glue on my cheekbones and my inner corners, and now I'm about to put some just a little bit on my forehead. I'm never gonna get this glitter out of my carpet. Put on a little bit of mascara. I wanted to wait to do the mascara until I was done with the glitter so it didn't get stuck in my lashes. Now I'm going to put a little bit on my lower lash line. I'm going to go back in with the Make Believe in Yourself limited edition Tarte palette. And I'm going to take a little brush that I usually use for highlight, and I'm going to highlight my nose, and I'm going to go in with that white shade that I used to do my brow bone, and I'm just going to put that on the tip of my nose. This stuff smells like cupcakes. And then to go over top of that, again, to make it pop a little bit more, I'm going to take the Laura Geller highlighter in Charming Pink and just put that on the center of my nose and up here a little bit more as well. And then to add some spice to the neck area, what I'm going to do is, I can't do scales. I wanted to do scales here, but I don't think that I'm going to be able to make that happen. I don't think I can fit the fishnet all across my body, and it freaked me out, so I don't think I'm going to try. But what I'm going to do is I am going to go in with just a normal brush here. I'm going to dip into some of these fun colors and just start kind of doing my collarbones a little bit. Go in, same color over here. Oh, not the same color. I went in way too much with this. Now I'm going to go in with the color. Got a little bit of pink here. I'm going to take that Zola color and just mainly focus it here on the actual collarbone. I'm going in very light-handed this time, because if you need more pigmentation, you can always build it up. Okay, dust it off, and then in swirly motions, go in and blend this out as well. Okay, and then I'm going to take the highlighting brush and that white color in the Make Believe in Yourself palette, and I'm just going to highlight my shoulder. I'm going to go in and I'm going to take some more eyelash glue and some more glitter, and I'm going to apply this on my collarbone. Again, go in and do the same thing on the other side, and go in with some of that glitter again. And this is what the glitter looks like, and it is in the shade Mirror Ball. Yes, and I'm gonna go in and gonna take Zola, that pretty blue shade here, and I'm just gonna take this and start putting it here. You could do something totally different with this part if you wanted to. This is just what I came up with for this part. I mean, you can also totally skip this part if you would like. It's not really that necessary. I just figured it would be fun and make the look a little bit more cohesive. And then I'm going to take the shade Molly, that pretty green color. I'm just going to start blending that up. Do the same thing on this side. Okay, and go back in with the shade Zola and just deepen it up. I'm just going to do the lashes off camera last before I do my outro. For the lips, I'm going to line my lips just to have a base with the Kylie Jenner Posy K lip liner. And just so that look isn't too dark, I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick and Milkshake and just dot this in the center and then blend it out. Now that I got a bit of a base, I'm going to take the Too Faced Unicorn Tears lipstick, run that over top. Alright, now I think that about covers it minus the false eyelashes, so I'm going to go ahead and whip those on. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. This is my take on a Halloween look. I love Halloween in October. I love the fall. You know, I just love holiday season. I really wanted to also do a Halloween look. I just didn't know what to do, and I didn't want to use inspiration from somebody else and like do an exact picture or anything, and I just wanted to create something of my own. Now I know I didn't come up with the idea of doing a mermaid look, but this is my take on it, and I hope that you like it. I love it. Like, I'm literally so excited. That is it for this video. I hope you guys like it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on my post notifications at that bell down below, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.